Hi guys, Chris here at Purely Outdoors, and today we're reviewing a brand new Driveaway awning from Vango for the 2024 season. So this is the Vango Galli Air Pro. So the Vango Galli name has really been a renowned model in the Driveaway market now for at least the last decade. And it's been an awning that has been really well received by larger families and those with greater storage needs that are looking to tour across the UK and Europe. And really I feel on this iteration of it, Vango just stepped up their game a huge amount. So we're going to talk through the key changes and how it's leveled up in terms of this model versus the last. But I think the first thing to note is a key change is they've moved to a mid-height on this awning. So before we always saw the Galli at the low and the tall heights, so it suited campervans and those larger coach-built motorhomes. Now they've addressed they need that mid-height in the range. So with an increase in demand on sort of Peugeot Boxers, on Mercedes Sprinters, they've addressed that they need that mid-height in the Galli as well. So you can now be sure that this awning model will fit any van from 180 in height all the way up to 295 in height. So huge spectrum of vehicles. Definitely worth measuring up yours beforehand to know which bracket it fits into. If you're unsure as well, you know you can always drop us a call here at Purely Outdoors and we can help with that process. So I think that's the first real good sort of advantage to this awning for 2024 is they've addressed that mid-height. Another key change is to fabric. So what we see this year is an eco fabric. So a Sentinel Eco. It's 420 denier, so pretty much the thickest, most robust fabric on the Driveaway market. It's double ripstop as well, so that again just adds to that robustness. Something that you really want to see in person, touch and feel yourself, and you get a feel for that quality coming through. From a waterproofing perspective, 6,000 mil hydrostatic head as well. So again, pretty much best in class on the Driveaway market from that perspective. And as we mentioned, an eco fabric. So what Vango do in the production process is they break down over 300 water bottles per awning. That's broken down into shards and then woven into the fabric itself. So you know that not only are you getting a really high performance fabric, you're also getting one that's very sustainable and good for the environment. So a great fabric from Vango. Big advocate here at Purely Outdoors for this fabric. I think it's going to do really well. We also see that being incorporated on the new Hexaway and Keeler models as well. So we'll be doing separate review videos on there, but a very good fabric. To complement that, we now see this lovely canopy. The Vango Galli always had an open canopy, and that was maybe one drawback to it, that you couldn't have that closure as and when you need it, when the weather's coming in and you need to protect against the rain. We now see that. So we've got a fully rolled back canopy here, but that can be fully zipped across, and then you can have a full height window, PVC window, so you can still use the space, you can still look out at those views, but you're getting that protection from the weather. So I think that's a really good change from Vango there. Another key point, we've got an extra access door. So we've got another side door, whereas before this was just a window panel on the previous Galli version. It's got a drop down ground sheet as well. So great for easy access for prams or wheelchairs. And if you want it closed up, it can be a mesh door as well. So you can get extra ventilation into the awning. As we work our way back, so from an Airbeam perspective, so it's still using that air speed valve system, which is again been pretty much the best in class from a multi-beam inflation perspective. Really quick and easy to get this one inflated and then deflated. And because it's a larger awning, because it's a heavier fabric, we now see oversized sort of super beams on this one. So again, from a sort of peace of mind perspective, you've got a really robust structure to hold this fantastic fabric on. Another key change that they've made is ventilation on this awning. So we now see at the rear of the awning, we've got two hooded vents as opposed to one. So we've got a top and a bottom hooded vent. So again, if this area is going to be used for sleeping at the rear of the awning, you know it's going to be a really nice climatic environment. So some other key exterior features now, before we head into the interior. So as you can see, we've got front and back storm straps. So again, added peace of mind. If you're in those windier conditions, not only if you've got the high vis guy lines, you've got extra storm straps front and back as well to help. I think another key element on the Vango Galli, which I really like, is you've got these really large PVC windows. You've also got the skylights as well, which just let loads of light into the awning. Okay guys, what we'll do now is we'll take a look inside the Vango Galli Pro, talk through some of the key interior features. Okay guys, so we're inside the canopy area now of this Galli Air Pro, and I think the first thing to note is just how great and usable this space is. So we've got 1.7 meters of depth. So as we mentioned before, you can fully close this up. You can zip it back to either side. So we've zipped it back to the right hand side here, can zip it back to that side if you want, or you can have it fully zipped up with those full PVC windows looking out. So really good functional space, great for kitchen equipment, for wet gear, for further storage, really good functional space. In terms of total dimensions on the awning, so we mentioned 1.7 meters in depth for the canopy. In total length, we've got just over 5.5 meters and 3.2 meters of width. So an abundance of space, as we mentioned before, perfect for touring, perfect for larger families who are looking for that sort of space outside of the van for sleeping areas, for further storage. You've just got an abundance of it. So lovely spacious awning. As we work our way backwards, so we're inside the main body of the awning, you can see first thing to note is we've got these mesh panels either side. So again, great for added ventilation, especially in those summer months, but you're stopping those bugs from getting in. If you want to close those up, so again, if it's going to be used for sleeping at night and you want to enclose and have some privacy on the curtains, they are a really nice zip up curtains on these one, as opposed to a toggle up curtain. So these can be zipped up either side. Doorway as well, so it can be a full mesh doorway, or it can be an enclosed curtain doorway as well. We've just toggled it back here and opened it up, but a really nice entrance into the main awning. Some other key points to note, as we mentioned before, you've got high level vents here, and another feature that I love is you've got the Vango Skytrack running on every Airbeam. So you've got it even on this canopied beam at the front. So again, a lot of different Vango sort of lighting options that you can use with this Skytrack system. So they simply clip in, so you can clip in lanterns or the sunbeam flexi lights. You can get those dotted around the awning and make it a really nice well lit space. So some other key sort of interior points to note. So as you can see, we've got the TBS system here. So that stands for tension band system. So what this does, it acts as a sort of internal guy system to the Galli. So not only have you got storm straps front and back, if those winds are picking up and you want to keep that awning grounded, you can simply clip in these TBS systems. So we've got it on this central beam and at the rear beam, and it basically just really grounds that awning from an internal perspective. So really nice feature there. Other key points to note, so we mentioned the drop down ground sheet on both the entrances, to the side entrance and to the connecting tunnel. But what you can purchase alongside is a footprint that can sit underneath the awning. So that really helps with mapping out how you're going to pitch the awning, and it helps with sort of cleaning and maintenance at the end of your holiday. You're only having to clean that footprint as opposed to the underside of the awning. So really good benefit by purchasing a footprint. And you can purchase the carpet as well, so that can sit on top of this sewn in ground sheet, and that just gives it that extra homely feel. So some other key interior points. As we mentioned before, this space is, I feel, ideal for sleeping. So you've got clipping inner bedroom points sort of here at the rear air beam and this middle air beam. So you can fit a 2-berth bedroom or a 4-berth bedroom, which would take up the entire space. So you can literally sleep up to 4 people. You can get 2 double air beds either side. So again, perfect for those larger families. Or if you're having friends come and visit you on a trip, you've got that ability to clip that bedroom in and out as and when it's needed. In terms of PVC windows, we mentioned before, so lighting is really, really important in an awning, especially on a rainy day where you might be spending extra time in the awning. You want it to be a nice, well-lit space. And I think these, as we mentioned before, the addition of the skylights at the top and then these full height PVC windows are just a really nice sort of added benefit to this awning. In terms of connecting to the vehicle, so we've got a single doorway here that zips into your tunnel area. So that has then a dual access opening into the tunnel, so you can exit the tunnel enter and exit from either side. And in terms of how it fits onto your van, so you've got 4 different options. So most conventional we find is through the K-door strip, so that can be fitted straight into a wind out awning, either using with or without a Driveaway kit. You've also got the ability to have Velcro straps. So if you've got a roof rack on your van, you could attach it using the Velcro straps. Or you've got extra long guy lines that can be thrown over the vehicle and then pegged down. Or lastly, if it's an older van and you want to use a pole and clamp system, you've got the ability to do that as well. So 4 great sort of connecting options there from Vango. and you've got an extra 1.2 meters of depth on that tunnel as well. So it can be a really good functional space, great for added storage. And yeah, probably one of the deepest on the market as well in terms of tunnel. So loads and loads of space. Hopefully that summed up the sort of interior and exterior features on this Vango Galli Air Pro now, guys. What we're going to do is maybe talk through some other comparative models on the market that are out there that might be worth checking out as well, and sort of conclude on this awning. Okay guys, so some direct comparisons to this Vango Galli Air Pro. So if you're looking for an awning that's super premium from a fabric perspective, but still need a lot of space, I think some key options to look at would be from an Outdoor Revolution perspective, so a really good driveway awning brand. You've got a couple of models there that I think would be a really good sort of direct comparison. So you've got the Outdoor Revolution Move Light T4. So again, that one comes in at the 3 height ranges, so low, mid and tall. Really nice premium fabric, not as premium as this. It's a 240 denier fabric, so not as thick, but they do it in a poly cotton version as well. So you've got a couple of options on the fabric. Another model from Outdoor Revolution is their K-Cos SL. So really similar in terms of size, and it's got that really nice premium feel to it as well. So definitely worth checking those 2 models out. I'd say on another brand perspective, so Dometic, so very, very premium sort of caravan motorhome awning brand. They have gone into that Campervan Driveaway awning as well. 2 models we've seen come in the last couple of years is the Rarotonga. So they took the Rarotonga tent, which was very popular, turned it into a driveway awning. So again, really nice premium fabric on that one, and a very sort of similar design, slightly more of a squared roof, but definitely one to check out. Other awning model from Dometic as well is the Club Deluxe Driveway. So they've only brought that one out in a low height, so perfect for your sort of transporters or Ford Transit Customs. But that one again is a really nice soft handle fabric, 300 denier Weather Shield Pro fabric, and single point inflation as well. So if just a little bit quicker and easier to put up than the Galli. So definitely sort of direct comparisons to go and check out. One thing I would say as well from a Vango perspective, if you love the sort of size of this awning, you maybe feel that the thickness of the fabric is maybe not required for your needs. And if you want to look to save a little bit of weight and size on the actual pack size of the awning, I'll definitely check out our video on the Vango Galli CC. So we see that one in, again, it's a closed canopy, but 150 denier, so a slightly thinner fabric, which means you save on that weight, but you're still getting all of the size of this Pro version here. So definitely those are, I'd say, your comparative models to go and look at. Got them all in stock here and available on our website at Purely Outdoors, so you can read up on the full product features and spec on all those awnings. I think just before we finish, I think we'll conclude on this Vango Galli Pro now. So I think if you're a sort of larger family, you're looking to tour across the UK and Europe, you really want to invest in a really high quality fabric, an air awning, so you've got all that speed of pitching and sort of, again, taking the awning down at the end of the holiday. It's got everything you need. It's got all the features. You've got that ability to clip in and out a bedroom inner as and when you need it. And I think it's one of those awnings that will really turn heads on the campsite. So we're going to be doing sort of a full read-through on our website of the product features and spec. Another really key little aspect just before we finish is Vango have incorporated augmented reality into their Pro awnings this year. So we've incorporated that on the website. So you can click onto that, and what that enables you to do is actually visualize this awning onto your van. So you can take your iPad or iPhone outside, use the camera to look at your van, and that will then put that image of the awning onto it. You can then even take a look inside and get a feel for the space inside the awning as well. So definitely worth checking that out on our website. But hopefully that summed up the Vango Galli Air Pro now, guys. But as always, if you've got any questions, any comments, drop them below. Thanks so much for watching.